Hey, it's me again, back with some more Modern Masters. So, Security 2 hasn't been solved yet, at least not by me. And I actually don't know of anyone who solved it yet. But there is still some more news here. So let's first of all look at the Twitter. So there's been stuff going on with UFOs and stuff since the radio show. And it seems like this will be an occurring theme. There's a picture of an UFO. There's an alien thingy, some more quotes, of course some more video game stuff, since this is like the main thing of Modern Masters. And there have been some more posts, two more actually. First off, what is Modern Masters? That's the main question that probably most of the people have. So, let's read. Nodding to John's brief message on Fade to Black with Jimmy Church last night, let's talk a bit about what Modern Masters is and could be. Modern Masters is the world's first meta-reality game, whatever that might mean. They still haven't really explained it. Well, in its players embark upon a quest to master fundamental world skills and realize hidden human powers. Okay, hidden human powers is kinda sounds like some esoteric stuff. We call it a meta-reality game because the participants of the project not only create real change for themselves and their communities, but also collaborators in the project as a whole. Structure, rules, and content of the system are designed to evolve with the input of the network, and though every member will have equal access, we expect the community to settle into a pattern similar to other open source knowledge gateways. A small proportion of the entire membership are active collaborators who are supported by a large user base. Right now, Modern Masters is in its alpha stage. If you've been to our site, uploaded a photo, solved a puzzle, you know there's some initial gameplay afoot. Let me assure you, we have some surprises coming up there. So, you're in on the ground floor. If you choose to continue, you'll be a part of driving and developing the plot as you discover clues, solve enigmas, and work together. Alternatively, at this point in our development, we are looking for collaborators. People who want to be a part of making this project come to life. If you choose to be a collaborator, you can contribute in whatever way is agreeable to you. This kind of community-driven development is essential to what we see Modern Masters becoming: open source and determined by the needs of desires of its community. Pretty soon you'll have a choice to make. You can take the red pill or the blue pill. You can play the game in its alpha version to prepare for a coming Kickstarter and a full launch. You can throw it in to make the game happen, lending your skills and expertise in whatever way suits you. Or of course you can do both. Do you hope you do? Invite you to participate. That's a new Modern Masters logo, I guess. So what does this mean? This means that they kinda got in the open and actually said this is some kind of game, that there will be a Kickstarter too. And it's still something in development, but it's still not clear what exactly this is. There have been some puzzle solving, but it's not really a game that I think you'd give money away for at a Kickstarter. And I also want other people to actually help them develop the game. And this game will be a game that is mostly made up by the community. But it's actually kinda hard now to call this an ARG. I mean, okay, it kinda still is an ARG by definition of ARG, but usually ARGs don't actually call themselves games or actually break the fourth wall and talk about them being some sort of game and that there be some sort of full launch. So this is really unusual. Let's read the next one. Yeah, what do extraterrestrials have to do with the Modern Masters project? This is a good question, since this is really kinda a weird connection. Some of you heard that the Modern Masters team was at the Roswell UFO Festival. We received a couple of questions, basically asking what the deal was with ETs and what's the connection with the Modern Masters project. Probably a lot, but let's start by talking about character creation. Okay. Modern Masters is going to use the best game mechanics from a variety of game genres: role-playing games, ARGs, and eventually augmented reality. Want to draw on the importance of character creation used in RPGs. Use the process of creation as something that makes gameplay richer and is a self-knowledgeable tool. So this actually makes it more seem like that Modern Masters isn't going to be an ARG in the sense of altered reality game, but more an augmented reality game with some ARG elements. They say that it has elements of both. It's probably neither in the end. But it kinda makes it sound like something like Pokemon Go, for example, that was just released. It makes me wonder where they're actually trying to go with this. So okay, we want to draw on the importance of character creation used in RPGs. Use the process of creation as something that makes gameplay richer and a self-knowledge tool. One of the pillars of Modern Masters is self-knowledge, so quests and tasks that encourage reflection are going to play a big role in the project. I'm not going to reveal too much, but one of the first character creation quests will be choosing your Prime Board. A Prime Board is the setting of an off-Earth alternate ancestral homeland. Your choice may just capture some interesting insights to your thought process, values and your aesthetic leanings. Here's a very initial preview of one of the narrative description of a Prime Board, the Word of the Monoliths. Oh wow, this is quite a lot of reading. I'll just summarize it again, because this is really a lot. There's actually a story, and it's about some guy named Padma. Okay, so this is basically just a description of the world, of the setting, and some story about a guy named Padma. And won't read actually all the stuff here, I'll just link it in the description so you can read it yourself. But yeah, this is a story. A short story. Okay, so here's actually a really long post, one of the creators, named Dana. And she's explaining what Modern Masters is all about, and well, with this the puzzle has been solved, I think, this ARG at least for me, because I'm just gonna explain this. Modern Masters is basically, or what we have seen of Modern Masters, is just some sort of marketing thing to advertise the actual game of Modern Masters. With this they are actually looking for collaborators, and they've given a sneak peek on how Modern Masters could be like with those puzzles. So what this means is that Modern Masters is just a game in development. So I wouldn't call this actually an ARG. It has ARG elements. Maybe if the full game comes out, I'll be able to play it. But right now, this is just nothing really interesting. Which means that this is actually the end of the journey for me. I'm really glad that this isn't a role-playing thing, but it's still just something in development. And I guess there actually isn't anything more to say about this, aside from Security 2 maybe, because Security 2 hasn't been solved yet. But it doesn't make much sense, at least for me, to continue keeping an eye on this ARG. I should probably move on to the next ARG series. So now I know what Modern Masters is, or what Modern Masters wants to be, and I'll see you in the next series. See ya.